Hello, so I'm recording this video to give you feedback on the 2 exercises that I asked you to complete for the previous assignment that I shared with you. So you were supposed to write reported speech sentences from the transcription from the recording I shared with you. So this was about my experience finally getting my Samsung Galaxy Tab SA Plus. So here's the feedback, and I'm just going to point out a few things for you, and I'm going to show you better ways for the corrections that I'm going to make, okay? So number 1, everything I said was, I think that mostly in the simple past tense, right? And there were a few things that were in the past perfect tense. For example, I had finally given up. That is past perfect tense, ¿verdad? Entonces, todo lo que está en past perfect tense, pues, teníamos prácticamente que dejarlo igual, ¿no? Por ejemplo, I had finally, hold on, let me just make it thinner. There we go. So right here, I had finally given up, right? I had been trying to buy, right here, I had been trying to buy, okay? So, listo. Entonces aquí dice, he said that he had been trying. ¿Sabe que sería trying? He said he had been trying to buy a tablet for over 6 months. He said it had been totally unexpected the way things happen. Muy bien, eso está correcto. He said he had been telling his best friend that he had found a great deal from Sears. Good. He said that the night before he had tried to make the purchase, but he hadn't given him the monthly installments he wanted. Correct. He said his dad also had wanted to take a walk. Had also, soy mejor que digas, had also wanted to take a walk. His dad told him why didn't. No, aquí lo que yo esperaba era que usaras los verbos que ya vimos. Suggest, request, recommend. Por ejemplo, aquí a ver, ¿cómo sucedió? Dice, when we were inside the mall, I headed to the food court, but my dad said to me, hey, why don't we check out the tablet at Sanborns? Is that a suggestion? Is that a command? Is that a recommendation? That is a suggestion. Entonces pudiste haber dicho aquí, his dad suggested. ¿Cómo quedaría aquí? His dad, puedes ponerlo de dos maneras. You can say his dad suggested checking out. You can say checking out the tablet at Sanborns, right? His dad suggested checking out the tablet at Sanborns, right? That would be one of the options. ¿Cuál sería la otra opción? Según lo que hemos estudiado. He suggested, or his dad suggested, that they, porque estás hablando de mí y de mi papá, entonces ellos, that they go and check out, or you can just say that they check out the tablet at Sanborns. ¿Ya viste? Entonces, recuerda que no cambiamos el otro verbo. Sería, he suggested that they check out the tablet at Sanborns. His dad suggested checking out the tablet at Sanborns. So, my dad made a suggestion. So you can say he suggested that, or his dad suggested checking out the tablet. Y aquí otro errorcito, dice, he suggested that they went to Sears instead. Eso es algo que yo dije, ¿verdad? So, that is something I said. A ver aquí, yo dije, I suggested that we go to Sears instead. Es más, aquí en la transcripción originalmente así está, ¿te das cuenta? I suggested that we go. El verbo no cambia, entonces sería, he suggested that they go. Pero ahí te está faltando algo. Si yo lo dije en pasado, so this is in simple past tense, right? Let me show you. So if this is if this is simple past tense, he suggested. Hold on. Si yo lo dije en simple past tense, y aquí está, I suggested, entonces tú cómo lo vas a reportar? You're gonna say he had suggested, right? So what you're gonna say is he had suggested, y el siguiente verbo no va a cambiar. He had suggested that they go. He had suggested that they go to Sears instead. He had suggested that they go to Sears instead. Okay, and finally, right here, he said that by any chance they had monthly installments only at the store but not online. Okay, a ver, ¿qué es lo que dije realmente? What did I said? A ver, ¿qué es lo que dije? Dije aquí, I still wanted to, dice, I still wanted to go and see it for myself if by any chance they had monthly installments at the store. Entonces dirías, he had wanted to go and see for himself if by any chance they had, right? Entonces tenías que decir, he had wanted to see if they had monthly installments at the store, right? So he had wanted to see if they had monthly installments at the store. He had wanted to see if they had monthly installments at the store, because you're reporting what I said, okay? So there we have it. Please make the corrections to the text. That is your next assignment. Make all the corrections that I pointed out on this video. Siguiente, vamos a hablar ahora de la otra actividad. So let's close this down. Let's go here. We have another exercise, right? We have the other exercise. So this was a recording from a Cambridge test exercise. This was a practice test, right? So this was about a professional, what was it? A professional snowboarder, right? Called Brad Mitchell. Y aquí está lo que él dijo en presente. Dice, Brad says there are no... Y tú tenías que convertir eso a report speech. Entonces dice, Brad said there were no signs to warn extreme snowboarders of danger. That's correct. Brad advises snowboarders to always follow the guide when descending. Ahí vamos a corregir. Dice, Brad advises snowboarders to always to follow the guide when descending. Lo que tenías que hacer, pasarlo a pasado. Tenías que decirlo, Brad advised snowboarders to always follow the guide when descending. Brad said he always wore a helmet. Muy bien. When he went into the mountains. Correct. According to Brad, you need a lot of eso no lo veo aquí. Oh, confidence to set off down the mountain, right? Okay. Ahora vamos a borrar eso. To set off down the mountain. Muy bien. Brad said he enjoyed doing several jumps when he was going down a slope. What is a slope? A slope sería una subida o una bajada, también se puede decir, ¿sale? When he was going down a slope, he enjoyed doing Muy bien, porque aquí está presente, tiene que pasar a pasado. Brad says at first he found it difficult. Brad said at first he had found it difficult. Muy bien. Brad advises. Muy bien. Todo lo que sea de advises tienes que pasarlo a pasado. Dice aquí, Brad advised you. Brad says you must never blah blah blah. Entonces sería Brad advised us. Porque ahora de you pasa a ser we. Brad advised us to never panic if we feel. O sería if we felt we were about to fall. Dice aquí, Brad advises against putting your weight on your blah blah blah, on your wrist in a fall. Brad advised against, aquí solamente tenías que ponerlo en pasado. Putting our weight on our wrist in a fall. ¿Por qué? Porque ahí está hablando de tú, pero cuando tú lo reportes tiene que estar hablando de nosotros. ¿Ok? O en todo caso también puedes decir... no, sí, es que es lo que tiene más sentido. ¿Sale eso? Brad advised against putting our weight. ¿Sale? Ahí no tenías que cambiar nada más que el verbo advised. Brad always carries. Brad said he always carried a small device in case he was in difficulty. Muy bien. Brad would most like to try parachute snowboarding. Said he would... No, aquí no cambia. Would no cambia. Entonces dirías lo mismo. Brad said he would like to try parachute snowboarding. That's it. So please make all the corrections. Make all the corrections. And then I'm going to give you more feedback next class. But we're going to start a new topic soon. So we are no longer going to be talking about reported speech. So that's why I need you to make these corrections as soon as you watch this video, or as soon as you can. Okay? If you have any questions, you can text me on WhatsApp and I'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have.